Hi everyone, welcome back to my channel. In today's video, we're gonna continue working on part 12 of this house build. Let's get started. So in the last video, we were able to add in the walls, furniture, and floor for the second floor. Now we're gonna continue working on this. I'm just going to select the stairs again. The reason for that is I noticed it's too thin, so I'm just gonna make it thicker. So here I'm just going to select here and then change the thread thickness to around 200 is good enough. Press OK and then OK again. And as you can see, it's too much. Maybe just 100 is good enough. And I think that's good enough for 100. Now what I want to do is add the roof and then add all of the curtain wall as well. So now let's go to second floor, and then after that press escape, and then let's go to architecture and then click on roof, and then we have roof number 1. We could use that as well, and then select pick line, and then before we pick any lines we could change this to level 3. Click apply and then start our picking. We're going to pick from the inside, so you want to make sure to pick all the outside or inside the wall perimeter. And then obviously we need to trim and extend, so trim and extend on all corners. You want to make sure that you double check everything. If you miss one, Revit will let you know. So now I believe that's done, so we could click on finish, go back to 3D. We need to fix some stuff, so here we're going to select, so just hover your mouse cursor onto one of the exterior wall from the second floor and then click on tab. After that it will highlight everything, and then you will need to select again in your mouse, and then we need to pull it up. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna put in top offset of 400, and it will create us our own parapet. So here what I'm gonna do is I'm not gonna select this. I wanna make sure to just trim this out. Probably if I trim this out, this will move, so I'm gonna pull this one there and then CS on this and just add that one. So I want to change it. So here I'm gonna change this to 0, and then I'm going to add one of this one right here and CS and connect this. There we go. So I just want this one without any of that extension there, so that's fine. And then now we could go to our second floor. So in our second floor we need to add in our curtain walls. So I'm gonna CS or just go to architecture, click on wall and choose curtain wall, and let's add curtain wall right here, and we want it to be from the inside, so you could just spacebar that. Another trick on doing this is you can set everything already What I'm trying to do here is I'm gonna set one first and then CS on that so that it will retain the height that it needs to be retaining. And then here I'm going to make this one a little bit high. I'm just extending this a little bit more, and then AL, align it right here, and then align it from within here. Now if we go to level 2, select that, CS, and then we need to add one right here. It will retain the height that we set that for. So now if we cut geometry, go to modify, cut geometry, select the wall and then the curtain wall. Those heights are the same as what we have here. So just a quick way of doing things. So at least you know what to do. I'm going to add somewhere right here. I'm probably going to extend this or just leave it like this. We could just, because we could add in some entertainment system here. So that's why I could extend it a little bit. And then we have something right here as well that we could move this to this. So in order for us to have a bigger space for our entertainment system, right here we could even move this onto this side, and then here we could move it one, and something like that. So it looks good, something different. And then we have more space on this side, and then we could have something like a storage right here on this side. And I like the way this one looks because we could basically have a nicer wall right here, so we could extend everything up. What we can also do is move this one right here. So there's a lot of things that we could do. As you can see, there's a lot of space here. So we could do it like this, or we could do it the other way around. So it doesn't matter basically. Okay, so now let's go back to 3D and see. I forgot to cut geometry on this one. So let's go modify, cut, click on the wall and then the curtain wall. And then here we could just move this one up a bit, because that's something that we're not gonna do. The reason that I have this one from the bottom is because I'm planning to add balcony on all of them. Probably here just a small one, but that's what I'm planning to do for this part. I feel like I need to move the bed on this side. The reason for that is because we have the laundry right here, so we could extend this one so that we could close this off or just extend this one, not worrying about the wall that we need to have, because we could still have the wall, so that's not an issue there. So we could just close this off so that we don't need to worry about this part, but at the same time, that's how it looks. Go back to level 2. I'm going to add the floor for this. So here, click on floor. I just want to double check. I think we could use floor number 8. And then we're going to add floors right here. So I'm gonna do it like that. Probably 1200. I'm still thinking on how I'm gonna make it look. So I'm going to just add it something like that. And then add those ones right here as well. Around 1200. That's good enough. And then right here as well. I'm giving some space right here. The reason for that is so that we could connect it from the wall, the railing. Click on finish, don't attach, and then it will just look like something like this. I like it because we could extend the boundary right here. There. Click on finish, don't attach, and then we probably going to edit some of this anyway. There. The next thing we're gonna do is I'm going to my south elevation, and from here I'm going to make some designs. So what I'm gonna do first is to for here I'm gonna make sure that this is like similar in distance and towards with the wall. I'm just changing it a little bit like that, and then now here I'm gonna click on model, in place, and generic model, press OK, and then press OK here. I'm gonna click on extrusion and then pick a plane, and then I'm gonna choose this plane right here. And with that, we could add in our designs. So right now I'm just gonna create the design that I want to. So I'm going to do this, probably 200 in thickness. So we need to create something like that, 200 right here, and then we could trim and extend. And the issue that I have here by creating the wall is that I cannot edit it instantly. So what I'm planning to do is to just overlap this for now, and the reason for that is I'm gonna delete the floor. I think it's gonna be better, so I'm gonna change this to 600, and for now I'm going to put this one as something wood material. So I'm gonna choose one of these materials right here, and I'm gonna copy that so that when we go around and create those designs, it will be consistent with others. And then go back here and delete all of this. I think it's easier for us to just create it using this. And as you can see, we can manipulate it instantly instead of creating the other one. And then here, if we go back to south elevation, I'm planning to extend this a little bit because I want to add the railing. So I just want everything to be like that. And then here we could have something as well. So I'm gonna edit, pick this extrusion, pick this wall, and then after that we're going to add the same one. And then as you know, we could manipulate this one. So this one is good right there. Go back to south and then select this one and then offset it to 200 so that it's easier for everyone. We don't need to do the dimensions. So once you're done, you can see how it looks, how it attaches there. And then obviously we have something on this side. I believe it's better if we just make this one a little bit short on those and then edit. Then let's just edit this and select that. I think it's easier to just move this one right there and like that, and then make sure 200. You need to select this and then 200 so that that moves and not your model. This one you need to move this one right here and then change it 200 so that moves. We're good with that. And then I'm thinking of adding something at the back as well. What I'm planning to do is create the same thing onto our north elevation. So I believe it's easier for us to just edit in place and then go to north and then create an extrusion, and then we choose this one and then select that. This will be similar to that with an exemption of this. And then after that, we need to do this 200 to be consistent. As you know, we have a different extrusion here. So I'm just checking how this one looks. Obviously, we're going to extend all of this to conform with our design, but something that looks like that, and we're gonna be consistent with the others. So I'm just looking at this one, and then we just need to delete this. I could just SL and then TR. There we go. And that's how easy it is. It's already extended a little bit. And then I just want to double check what design I should do on this side. Should it be going here? So a C as well, or just the whole thing? If it's the whole thing, I don't want to make it weird, but let's see. I'm gonna push this one a little bit more. I'm gonna give it some space. So go back to north, select this one, and then edit in place. And then pick a plane, which is this wall, and let's do that. Something different. And then 200. And then click finish. And then we could just push this one out if we want to. I think that's good enough. And then different design, different location. And then obviously we need to add our railings. So select architecture and then railing. And then here we have the pipes already, similar to what we did. So might as well use this as well. Before we do that, let's just escape here. I just want to set the distance already. So this one, it could be like that only. So I want to double check. 13. Okay. So just a little bit right here. Just a little bit more right here as well. And then this is too much. Pull it back a little bit. Now we're ready to just add railing. And then here, let's zoom here and just add a railing. We can also add just a glass railing. I think that's much better. I'm just going to discard this. I think that's much better. So I'm gonna use curtain wall instead, and then just add curtain wall right here, similar to that. And then we could just move it somewhere like that. I'm going to set the height so that everything is consistent, and then I could just there we go. And then we could just CS on the others. EL. So something like that. Now we could just CS, add somewhere right here, and then add somewhere here, and then go back something there. And then if we check it out, that looks really good. I'm not gonna do anything else on this. I believe that's good enough. So we're gonna stop here for now and continue in the next video. Thank you for watching and hope you liked the video. Please hit like and subscribe. Feel free to comment down below.